You may have predation in your garden. You might have herbivory, a lot of animals coming in that want to sample the goods that you're trying to grow for yourself, family, or even for the market. And so behind me is an example of an extreme way of protecting your plants. And so they have here structure built with both PVC and wood frame, and the whole thing is covered with bird netting. The bird netting is because of the birds in this area that want to eat the good crops that are in there. The other thing they have is chicken wire. So there's chicken wire that goes all the way down to the bottom, and the chicken wire is sunk into the ground about a foot or so. Below that is burlap. The burlap is tied to the fence to keep the visibility out, so your prairie dogs or whatnot that come up aren't able to look through and see the great salads that you're growing in here. And then they have these rocks around the edge to just help hold everything together and protect this from falling apart. In the interior, you have raised bed growing, which improves the soil, maximizes your square foot gardening, and then wood chips that are going to keep weeds from coming up. So a nice mulch on the soil. It's a nice coarse mulch of wood chips to keep weeds from coming up in those areas and make a safe place to walk. And then you're still worried about sun intensity on some of these brassicas. These are kale and chard and some cabbages and some cauliflower. These crops are suffering from this intense sun, and so they've built these little hoops with shade cloth over them. And I understand that as soon as they did that, those plants really perked up and felt better. It is something you could transition away from after your transplants are set up. But an extreme case of, they actually call this Frankenstein something, but it's a setup to go to extreme measures to keep the pests away from growing crops. In the middle, where they have the height, they have trellis material, and so up those trellises they're going to send beans and cucumbers and such. So pretty neat setup. And they got probably another month and a half of growing season here, which would be enough to ripen quite a few things.